If you're using fair value gaps in your trading, I need you to watch this, because there's a version of FVG that goes much deeper, and almost nobody is talking about it. Standard FVG tools look at 3 candles and draw a box. That's it. They tell you where price didn't print a candle, but they don't tell you where price traded 0 volume. Those are 2 completely different things. And if you've ever taken an FVG trade that just didn't respect the zone, this is exactly why. A candle gap can form in low volume, overlapping price action. A true volume void means no transaction happened at that price at all. That's structural inefficiency at a completely different level. And the market treats these 2 zones very differently. Volume Gaps and Imbalances by Zeiierman identifies true 0 volume zones, plus it layers in bull and bear volume at every price row, and a delta sector panel that shows you exactly where buying or selling pressure actually accumulated. This is the order flow context that your FVG tool was never designed to give you. Open Trading View and make sure your chart is open. At the top of the chart, click on the Indicators tab. Next, in the search bar, type Volume Gaps and Imbalances. From the results, select the indicator created by Zeiierman. Once you click on it, the indicator will instantly load on your chart with its default settings. Alright, once you load the Volume Gaps and Imbalances indicator onto your chart, here are the key elements you'll notice immediately. On the right side of the chart, the volume profile shows each price level as 2 colored horizontal bars. These bars help you clearly understand how buying and selling activity was shared at that specific price. First, the blue bar represents bullish volume. The size of the blue bar increases based on how much buying happened at that price level. When the blue bar is wider than the orange bar, it shows buyer absorption. This means buyers were strong at that level and were actively defending the price or pushing it higher. Next, the orange bar represents bearish volume. The size of the orange bar grows when more selling takes place at that price level. When the orange bar is wider than the blue bar, it shows seller dominance. This tells us that sellers were able to stop price from moving higher and were pushing the market downward. Alongside the volume bars, you will also see purple horizontal bands on the chart. These purple areas are called true volume gaps. They mark price levels where very little or no volume was traded, according to the volume profile. In simple terms, price moved through these areas very quickly, and because of that speed, volume did not have enough time to build. This creates inefficient price zones, which the market often comes back to later in order to rebalance. On the far right of the chart, there is also a delta panel. The delta panel shows the overall difference between buying and selling pressure across different vertical price areas. It does not focus on single candles. Instead, it combines volume data across each price section to show who was in control of that area. Each section of the delta panel is shown as a percentage value. Red percentage values mean that sellers had more control in that price area. Green percentage values mean that buyers were more active and had stronger control. When you put everything together, the blue and orange volume bars show who controlled each price level, the purple zones show where price moved too fast, and the delta panel explains why price reacts the way it does at different areas on the chart. Now, let's go over the indicator settings. You can actually reset it to the default settings over here. So right now, we are on the default values. So the first option we have is the look back period here. This controls how many past candles the indicator uses to build the volume profile. The default value is set at 200, but I will reduce it to 100 to have a good balance between recent price action and overall market structure. So the next option below it is the rows over here. This setting controls how many price levels the profile is divided into. The default value is 50, but we can actually reduce it to 20. So right now, we have a much cleaner chart when we reduce it to 20. The next option we are going to look at is the profile placement over here. This simply controls how far the volume profile sits away from the price candles. I will reduce mine to 50 to move it closer to the price candles. And you can see now that it is much closer to the candles. So right now, that's all for the settings. Once you're done, Just click OK to apply the settings. So, for a buy trade, you want to firstly actually see this purple true volume gap being created over here. This is basically an inefficiency in price. What you want to do next is to ensure that price actually retraces back into that inefficiency purple-colored zone. Now, while price is retracing into that purple inefficiency zone, what you want to watch out for next is to ensure that the delta value over here starts changing to green. As price is pulling back, we are patiently waiting for that confirmation. After that, you want to see a clear rejection from the inefficiency zone. But at the same time, we also want to confirm that the delta percentage over here turns green. And as well, that the volume profile over here shifts from more orange to more blue. So, we allow price to continue moving while monitoring exactly what we are looking for. Right now, you can see a bullish engulfing candlestick forming over here, and you can also see a strong rejection from the purple true volume gap. In addition to that, all the delta percentages over here are green. And we also have more blue profile bars compared to the orange bars. The blue bars represent bullish volume, which signifies buyer interest stepping into the market. So, at this point, we can actually enter our buy trade at the close of this bullish engulfing candlestick. We then place our stop loss just below the inefficiency gap over here. After that, we can target a 1-to-2 risk-to-reward ratio for this trade. And if you allow this trade to play out, you can clearly see that the trade hits our profit target. For a sell trade, we are looking at the opposite of the buy trade. First, you want to ensure that price is moving into this upper purple true volume gap over here. This is basically an inefficiency zone, and what we want to see is price retracing into it. If we actually look at what price is doing right now, we can see that price is inside the inefficiency. What we are waiting for next is to see price rejecting this inefficiency zone, and we can clearly see that price has already rejected the inefficiency over here. The next thing we want to watch out for is the delta over here. You can see that the delta is negative, and it is also red. As well, if we look at the volume profile over here, we can see that it is showing more orange profile bars, which actually means more seller interest in the market. With this bearish engulfing candlestick formation right now, and all these conditions aligning, which is the orange profile showing strong seller interest and the negative delta, we can actually consider this as a valid sell trade. Right now, we can enter the sell trade at the close of this bearish engulfing candlestick. We then place our stop loss at the inefficiency gap over here. After that, we place our profit target at the next inefficiency gap over here, because that is where price is most likely to trade into. And if we allow this trade to run, you can clearly see that the trade hits our profit target with ease. Another way to take a sell trade, here you can see this purple zone over here, which is actually the inefficiency true volume gap zone. Instead of waiting for price to bounce off it to look for a buy position, you actually wait for price to break below it to look for a sell position. So let's look at the next candlestick formation right now. So right now, we have a strong bearish candlestick breaking below the purple true volume gap zone over here. At the same time, we can see that the delta over here is on the negative side, and we also cannot find any buyer interest at this level. We only have the orange volume profile bars over here, which is showing strong seller interest. So to trade this setup right now, if all these conditions are met, which is the orange profile over here, the red delta over here, and price closing below the inefficiency zone, then we can actually enter our sell position right now. We place our stop loss at the inefficiency gap over here, and then we can target a 1-to-2 risk-to-reward ratio for this trade. And if you allow this trade to play out, you can see that the trade hits our profit target over here. And that's how you can trade effectively using the Volume Gaps and Imbalances indicator by Zeiierman. From identifying true volume gaps, reading bullish and bearish imbalance rows, confirming buyer and seller control with the delta panel, and understanding where price is likely to react or rebalance, this tool gives you a clear and structured way to read real market behavior. Always manage your risk properly, respect your stop loss levels, and stick to your risk-to-reward rules. And most importantly, take time to backtest each setup on a demo account until you're fully comfortable with how volume gaps, imbalance rows, and delta zones behave in live market conditions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.